I decided to finally share with you guys about what I did on my birthday. I celebrated my birthday in February in Disney and it was so much fun. It was one of the best birthdays, if not the best birthdays I've ever had. I was originally going to make this video as another Sarah Squared DCP video, but right now Sarah's at work and Sarah was sick. Remember I mentioned in a previous video about Sarah being sick during pretty much the entire month of February, and that's why we didn't have any videos then. And that included on my birthday. Plus she had to go to work when we went to Magic Kingdom, which was kind of a bummer. But we started off the day with something a little unexpected and kind of last minute. We're going to a face character audition right now, and I literally decided this like last night. So
I did too. Well, I was thinking about it, so I was like, okay, I'll go.
And this is kind of what it looked like in the beginning.
The best shorts I have. I mean, I've been here like 8 times.
Are you vlogging? Yes.
And then, well, the result, none of us got chosen. There were over 700 girls that showed up. And what we did was we just waited in line for nearly 2 hours. Went and we checked in, they measured us, and then we sat down again and waited some more. And then when they finally called our name, we went in, we stood in like 3 lines. A casting director looked at our face, we walked around, she said thank you, and we all walked away. And what we had heard is that in each group, no more than 3 girls were being chosen in each group. And that was a group of like 50 girls, 700 people. And so a lot of times only 1 or no girls were chosen. And like in my group, no girls were chosen. I had made reservations at 50's Primetime Cafe in Hollywood Studios. 50's Primetime Cafe is known for waitresses and waiters being really into the theme. One of my co-workers told me that her ex-boyfriend wouldn't eat his vegetables, so the waiter put a bib on him and spoon-fed him to make sure he finished his vegetables. One of my friends was caught on Instagram, so she had to go stand with her nose to the wall for a certain amount of time. And we saw someone having to blow like a choo-choo train whistle just to get ready to be spoon-fed, and all these embarrassing things. The only interesting thing that really happened with our waitress is that we found out she was from the same town as my roommate Liz. Otherwise, it was pretty chill. We were all really tired, but the food was amazing. The food is amazing there, that's for sure. It's definitely worth it. I had fried chicken, and it was delicious. I was a little disappointed that our waitress didn't do much. She just kind of was there, and she kind of alluded to some of the things like, oh, you need to set the table yourself and put out your own silverware, and it's like, who's gonna do the dishes for me? But that's really all that happened. I mean, the guy the host, was actually a little more in character than our waitress, and he got really mad at me. Like, I was taking a video of like a waiting room to go into the restaurant, and he was like staring at me.
Hey, I'm just taking a video of it.
Oh.
Gonna be you?
There he is.
Sarah. Oh, hi.
And he got mad, and he yelled at me, and he's like, you made your friends wait an hour for you while you were gone. And I'm like, but it's all good. We had our food and it was delicious.
Hey.
We decided to go on Rock and Roller Coaster because it's my favorite ride here, and we could. I took a picture with the balloons on the street, which is kind of something that everyone likes doing. My main goal was to go character hunting, because this is something I don't really do when I go on Disney vacations. This was True Love Week. That meant the princes were out. I got to meet Flynn Rider, who was funny. I didn't talk to him much, but he was just fun to look at. Rapunzel was just really excited that it was my birthday, because that's her favorite day, so she was really excited. It came year after year after year. Then we saw Aurora and Philip. Aurora really liked my shirt that I was wearing. It was blue, so she was talking about her fairies and like the pink and the blue, so I asked her what her favorite dress was, like what color, pink or blue, and she says she loves them both equally, but she's wearing pink in honor of True Love Week, even though she wears it all the time. And then we saw Cinderella and Prince Charming. They were kind of boring, not gonna lie. She was just kind of like, oh, I hope all your birthday wishes come true, and then we took a picture, and Charming was kind of creepy in my opinion. He had a really, really, really low voice. After that, we met Tiana and Naveen. I love Tiana, a lot. Like, I feel like I can relate to her besides the cooking part because I don't cook. And I was really excited because Naveen is just, he's Naveen. When we met them, they gave us hugs, and Naveen asked if he's seen us, if he's seen me before. I'm like, no, it's the first time I've met you guys. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, but I do work here, so you might have seen me around. He's like, oh, okay, maybe that's it. And Tiana's like, oh, where do you work? And I'm like, I work at the Polynesian. But then Naveen was like, oh, you sell Dole Whip. And I'm like, yeah, I do sell Dole Whip. For those of you who don't know, Dole Whip is only sold in Magic Kingdom, the Polynesian, where I work, or in Disneyland. And it's pineapple soft serve, and it's amazing. So if you ever go to Disney, any type of Disney location or my resort, you gotta try it. Later on, I find out the person who is friends with Naveen remembered me from serving him Dole Whip one day. Like, he remembered me. I was like, I unknowingly sold Dole Whip to someone who's friends with Naveen. And then I met him that day, and he remembered me. I thought that was pretty awesome. I was kind of freaking out. So we watched the Electric Parade, and the Electric Parade is my favorite parade. I love it. I think the Donkey Boys are hilarious, and on my birthday, I actually got one of the Donkey Boy on the float that stands next to Palunkio shouted happy birthday to me. After the parade, we were about to go home. But then we met up with my friend Miriam's roommate, Sydney. Somehow she said she was going to see Snow White, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm wearing a Snow White shirt. That's the character people say I usually look like, and she was my favorite when I was a little girl. And so I was really, really, really excited to see her. And so we got to meet her, and we got to meet Snow Prince, and surprise, Dopey was there. So when we went there, Dopey got really excited because I was wearing a Snow White shirt. I had the bow that I wore when I was Snow White for Halloween. Snow White got really excited. I don't remember if Snow Prince said much at all, but Snow White got really excited, and she was asked about my birthday. She asked me if I had a true love or my own prince, and I said no. And she's like, well, I'm going to tell you a secret. I met my prince at a wishing well, and maybe you can drop by a wishing well someday and start hanging around them, and maybe you'll find your true love. Dopey was actually kind of flirting with me, but like just being Dopey, you know? It was hilarious because earlier Sydney she went before me, and she asked if Dopey could be her true love. When I said I didn't have a prince, Dopey was like, oh, pick me. And then Snow was like, oh, Dopey, you already have true love. It was just really adorable, and I really loved it. And all in all, it was a really special birthday, and I'm really glad I could celebrate it here. This program is going by so fast, and I really hope I can share more videos with you guys and continue to keep you updated. I'm applying to be a campus rep at the school I'm transferring to, so fingers crossed to see if I can still be involved, and I do want to work part-time for Disneyland when I move. We'll see how this journey takes me. I'll keep you guys updated, and Sarah will hopefully be here in a video shortly. Alright, bye guys!
Papa, see what little wish you can do?